The access to initial public stock offerings, the opportunity to buy a new stock at insider prices just as it goes on the market. They can be incredibly lucrative and hard to get.
If you were a senator, Steve, and I gave you $10,000 cash, one or both of us is probably going to go to jail. But if I'm a corporate executive and you're a senator, and I give you IPO shares in stock, and over the course of one day, that stock nets you $100,000, that's completely legal.
And former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and her husband had participated in at least 8 IPOs. One of those came in 2008 from Visa, just as a troublesome piece of legislation that would have hurt credit card companies began making its way through the House. Undisturbed by a potential conflict of interest, the Pelosi's purchased 5,000 shares of Visa at the initial price of $44. 2 days later, it was trading at $64. The credit card legislation never made it to the floor of the House. Congresswoman Pelosi also declined our request for an interview, but agreed to call on us if we attended her news conference.
Madam Leader, I wanted to ask you why you and your husband back in March of 2008 accepted and participated in a very large IPO deal from Visa at a time there was major legislation affecting the credit card companies making its way through the House. And did you consider that to be a conflict of interest?
I don't know what your point is of your question. Is there some point that you want to make with that?
Well, I guess what I'm asking is, do you think it's all right for a speaker to accept a very preferential, favorable stock deal?
Well, we did.
And if you participated in the IPO,
well, I have many
and at the time you were
investments,
Speaker of the House, you don't think it was a conflict of interest or had the appearance of a conflict of interest?
No, it only has the appearance if you decide that you're going to have elaborate on a false premise. But it's not true, and that's that.
I don't understand what part's not true.
Yes, that I would act upon an investment. Yes.
Congresswoman Pelosi pointed out that the tough credit card legislation eventually passed, but it was 2 years later and was initiated in the Senate.
I will hold my record in terms of fighting the credit card companies as a Speaker of the House or as a member of Congress up against anyone's.
Corporate executives, members of the executive branch, and all federal judges are subject to strict conflict of interest rules, but not the people who write the laws.
If you are a member of Congress and you sit on the Defense Committee, you are free to trade defense stock as much as you want to. If you're on the Senate Banking Committee, you can trade bank stock as much as you want, and that regularly goes on in all these committees.
I said Constitution. And I pray, oh my God, do I pray? I pray every single day for revolution. Yeah, I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get it out. What's in my head? I'm feeling a little peculiar. So wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream from the top of my lungs, what's going on? And I said, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? And I said, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? And I said, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? And I said, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, take a deep breath and get real high. I said, hey, what's going on? Years and my life is still trying to get up that great big hill of hope for a destination. So nice to see your face again. Tell me, how long has it been since you've been here? You look so different than before, but still the person I adore. Frozen with fear, I'm out of love, but I take it from the past. A lot of words, but I'm sure it'll never last. Oh, and I've been saving these last words for one last miracle, but now I'm not sure I can save you if you don't let me. You just get me like I've never been gotten before. Maybe it's a bitter wind, a chill from the Pacific Rim that brought you this way.
CNN can now project that Barack Obama, 47 years old, will become the President of the United States.
Every agency and department should know that this administration stands on the side not of those who seek to withhold information, but those who seek to make it known.
I'm out of words, but I'm sure it'll never last. Oh, I've been saving these last words for one last miracle, but now I'm not sure face again.